Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound. It's still a little bit too early. I can't quite get all 26 of the letters of the alphabet in order for me to talk about what I need to do, but I have a really good video for you guys. We're going to talk about the top 10 with 1+ bonus mistakes that new coin resellers make when they sell online or on social media. A lot of good stuff. It actually took me a while to compile this list. I was actually thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just wait until the next morning to actually talk to each and every single one of you about how we can be better at reselling, because it's big business right now. The coin market has, of course, been one of the hottest talks of the town, and that's not including precious metals and bars and rounds and all that great stuff that people are also selling on the secondary market. But let's go ahead and take a quick, chat, do a quick chat about where people are selling and buying the most coins. As we all know, coin shopping is pretty much relegated about 90% of the time online. All right, so much so that we have eBay, we have a myriad of different types of social media sites that people are buying, selling, and trading coins on. Instagram, Facebook, Mercari, people are selling collectible coins on there as well. Amazon is another seller marketplace where people are taking advantage of the bandwidth of that group of people to sell nice coins. That's all great. That's just a part of the ever-evolving and growing business and hobby. And we need to first acknowledge that. No, that's not tip number one or first mistake number one. But yeah, indeed, the importance of knowing where you're going to be more successful at is going to help you guys target specific niches. All right, without getting too narrow, but being able to have enough of different inventory or skill set or knowledge or research to really make it happen. I've been buying and selling online, not only coins, but a myriad of collectibles. As we all know, 2020, 2021 has been kind of like the year of just free tendies out there. Money is to be made all over the place. You just gotta know where to buy soft and then sell high. It's like investing. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the first thing. And again, this is like buying and selling online is where we're going to focus on mostly in this video, because again, that's a vast majority of the transaction count is going to occur. The first one, and by no surprise, is going to be shipping miscalculations. Okay, so first and foremost, as you guys know, on eBay, and we're just going to use eBay as an example, you have the option of shipping something out in a plain white envelope. All right, now it has to sell for under $20, and it costs like 91 cents or something like that. So that's an idea, but you can't sell every single thing, even the high dollar stuff, for a plain white envelope cost. All right, so the part of miscalculating shipping is that you're maybe undercharging for shipping. The normal range of a first class padded envelope shipping mailer thingamajig is generally between $3.06 all the way up to $4 if we're trying to stay under 6 ounces. All right, which if you're selling singular coins, that's where you need to be. All right, keep in mind that eBay also charges a certain percentage fee-wise for the shipping, because it used to be people were doing pretty degenerate things with the shipping, charging $400 for shipping and selling a item which clearly was worth $400 for $10. There was a period of time where eBay did not care about the shipping fees. If people bought it, they hit the buy it now button or they put in their bids, and they were okay with the $400 shipping fee, then the seller in turn gets more money in their pocket because they're not getting jabbed at 10% eBay fees. Okay, but that was like the old yesteryear eBay selling process. And the same can be said for any other social media site. Facebook, I see it all the time. Um, and overcharging for shipping is another thing because that's also going to play a role in your reputation because obviously you're on social media. You want to be able to build your brand. You want to build your business. And first and foremost, you don't need an LLC, to sell coins. However, we're going to get into like tax implications and all that stuff later on down the line. Probably not specifically in this video. I might talk about it on the very last mistake. But make sure that you're calculating the shipping as agreed upon, and that way you're not paying money out of your profits of the deal to do so. All right. The worst thing you do is undercharge for shipping, like $2.50, when you know that shipping rates have gone up precipitously within the last 12 months. First class shipping in a padded mailer is under $4. So it used to be under $3. It's not anymore. And also keep in mind your other options, priority mail. Flat rates are always a good thing to use. UPS, ground rate, if you're selling bulk, is always good. But also keep in mind just overall packaging. If you're selling a lot of coins, okay, these things make noise if they hit each other. All right, so make sure you're packing up your box so that way you don't hear anything. All right, and then you should have a pretty smooth process. The shipping should go a lot easier, and make sure you use more tape than very little. All right, especially when you're selling heavier items. So that's shipping miscalculations, number one on the mistake list. The second one, I would say another given is asking way too much money for your coins, okay? It's not that you're trying to set the market for a coin, although some people do that sort of thing, and it is shady. It's a little underhanded, but eBay's been around since the 90s, ladies and gentlemen. It had a rough go the first like 5-10 years, but people have wisened up. All right. People have done more research. You're able to go on Terapeak. You're able to go into completed sales or 130 point and look at previous sales of that coin. So if you're asking $1,000 for coin A, but trended sales have been like $200 to $250, without a best offer option, then obviously you are asking way too much money. And people normally, I know when I'm scrolling through eBay or I'm on Facebook and I see something that's priced way out in left field, normally I won't even give it any energy or attention. I'll just zoom right past it and go on to the next coin. All right, which happens quite a bit. Which goes very much into this next one. And you guys had heard me talk about narrow focus. Narrow focus is the number, I guess, number 8 mistake if we're doing in descending order. 10, 9, okay, 8. Narrow focus, keeping a narrow focus. If you are just concentrating on buying and selling a certain type of coin, you're not going to be nearly as successful as, say, you are dabbling in a myriad of different subjects and being proficient and well-educated in these particular series of coins. Or maybe you like to do bullion, but at the same time, that's all you want to do, and then come to find out it's not working out as well as you think because there is a lot less profit to be made in bullion pieces, bars, rounds, silver eagles, Canadian maple leaves. The buy-in rate on those, even at a wholesale level, is still really high. So you'll be lucky if you make $1 or $2 per round. All right. At the end of the day, after fees, it's just not going to be worth it. So how else are you going to supplement selling this? All right. Maybe you want to take a look at raw Morgan dollars or raw peace dollars. You want to kind of stay similar in the size and shape of the bars and rounds you've been selling. You want to do like big 90% silver coins. Even dabble into 80% Canadian silver as well. The silver dollars are huge, and people like the weightness of those. So you look at things like that to help supplement, your primary sales objective or your product. and then you will see that you're going to have a lot more bandwidth. You'll sell more in your shop, and that's exactly what you want to do. So don't keep your focus too narrow. Be open to selling a myriad of different things. Me personally, I have like 200 to 250 listings on my eBay store. I used to do Amazon, but I always keep enough inventory where I get just constant daily sales out of it. And I'm not priced way too out in left field. I'm very much in the market, and it's worked out tremendously. The next mistake, number 7 on the list, is going to be attributing and description errors. Okay, and I see this all the time. If you are expecting to get X amount of dollars for a coin because it is deservedly worth that amount of money, but yet you botched that description or the mainline header of your listing or on Facebook or whatever, and you just don't know how to eloquently type it out so that way people know exactly what it is. You could say Lincoln Cent double die rare coin, but okay, well, which one is it? Is it die number 1, die number 3, die number 8? You know, things like that. Is it the FS 103? Again, this all plays into the educational research aspect of it. But if you're not being as descriptive as possible with the coin, in addition to grade, I know as long as a coin is not graded in a slab like PCGS, NGC, or Annex, normally you don't want to use mid-state numerical grades or, you know, just a grading scale in general. You want to use kind of like the generic base grading scale, you know, poor, fair, about good, good, all the way up to AU and mid-state grades. But don't say the number like, oh yeah, this one's an AU 55, and it's clearly not in a slab label. So make sure that you're attributing your coins correctly, you're putting it in the title, and you're also highlighting it in the description. It'll save you guys a lot of time, and people will love you for it because they think you know what you're talking about. Worst thing that you could possibly ever imagine is that people just don't give a shit about you because you don't know what you're selling. Yet you're asking Moon money for these coins. So don't forget about descriptions and attribution. Very important. Probably, you can make the case that number 5 on the list, or whatever number we're on right now, we've talked about 4, we're at the number 5 item on the list, should be like one of the most important, if not top tier. Now, the list is not in any specific order, so one might be a little bit more important to you when you're, you know, doing the business of trying to make money selling coins and currency and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, I sound like a broken record that just keeps skipping on the same beat, and that is photography. You got to knock it out of the park, ladies and gentlemen. You got to do what we consider in the business to be an ample enough job to tell the story. Why do you want people to buy your coin that you're asking $300 for? And photography, in most cases, is everything. It really is. If you can't get the photography pinned down a little bit to where, you know, you could show luster and it's cleaned, and, you know, if you take a picture with your smartphone, and believe me, a lot of these smartphones these days provide high quality, high definition imagery when you take your pictures. If you can't take a picture, swipe it out so that way you can blow it up to look at devices and it's like way out of focus. Don't use it. Don't use it at all. Photography is as simple for coins, especially, is taking one picture of the obverse in its entirety, one of the reverse, and, you know, maybe a couple other miscellaneous photos. If it's a graded coin, take a whole picture of the slab front, take a whole picture of the slab back, and then do two other close-up images of just the coin in the slab. All right, and use your photo, your camera, whether you use your smartphone, which again takes great, phenomenal images. Use the ability that camera can get in close, and then you can focus in just by pressing on the screen. I know with iPhones you could do that. Android, it might be a little bit different, but there are also apps you can buy. Magnifier app is a good one if you wanted to get in close to RPMs and double dies, that sort of thing. So, I mean, here's a simple, little photograph from eBay. Two different coins. The price of the coins is around $9,000. Which one would you buy based off of these images? Which one is a lot more enticing to you? And then decide. All right. Again, it's all up here. It's all mental. Sometimes we want to be successful right away, and you can't be that. Rome wasn't built in a day. I know that the analogies just keep on coming, but I mean it's true, right? I mean you got to sit there and try and make 10 grand the first month out when you're a starter and you don't know all the ins and outs. Photography is very important. Make sure you master it. Number 4 is another good one, okay? And that's the need to grade everything. You go online, content creators are talking about it. Grade, 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 grade. Grade this shitty coin. Grade this phenomenal coin, And it's like, well, okay, well, I'm just going to grade everything. Everything sounds good. Everything is worth more money. The coin is elevated to a point where you think, again, it's all up here. You are under the belief that that coin in mid-state 62 red brown, and it's like a 1992 Lincoln cent that has nothing else going for it, is going to be worth like $50. No, it doesn't. All right. Grading costs money. It eats into your profits quite a bit, especially if you're doing error and variety attribution, along with a bunch of different other services. You could do true view images, which cost more money, but hey, that mid-state red-brown modern Lincoln cent looks really good in those photos. But no, you don't need to grade everything. As a matter of fact, you probably don't even need to grade 90% of the coins that you find. A lot of the coins speak for themselves. Varieties and errors, sometimes you'll have to get in close to them, and that will help you sell it. The coins that I believe, and I already did a video on this a few days ago, about the coins you should grade undoubtedly. Key dates. Modern hot US Mint products like the low mintage Silver Eagles that we've had the last 2 years, the 2019 S Enhanced Reverse, the V75 from last year, and then we got the Morgan Dollars and Peace Dollar this year. Grade all of them, all right, because they're going to be worth a lot more money. All right, just look at eBay. Confirmed sales on pre-order graded mid-state 70s are over $1,000. All right, again, that's a no-brainer. But no, you don't need to grade everything. All right. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is take good pictures, get in close to the attribution, and then you guys are in like Flynn. All right. So don't grade everything. Number 3 is one that's a little bit, I don't know, it's under the radar, and not a lot of people realize it. Especially when you don't have nearly the amount of resources to find inventory, and that's what I like to call sourcing ruts. All right, and it happens to the best of us. As a matter of fact, I'm going through one right now, with the exception of the Morgans and Peace Dollars. I'm like, oh, that's an untapped resource. But being able to find inventory is going to be paramount in success, because the more inventory that you're able to put into your eBay store, the more inventory that you're able to push onto your Facebook group, sales page, or on Coin Talk, buy sell trades, and Instagram, and Amazon, and all this other stuff is important. So if you are a type of person that is heavily reliant on cherry picking your local dealer, okay, and who's guilty of that right here? When I was living in the Bay Area, I had 2 dealers that I went to like 2-3 times a week, and I was a cherry picking fool. But that well runs out. Coin dealers don't get nearly enough inventory in, to fulfill a lot of the things that you had cherry picked already. While you could disappear for 30 days, come back to that same dealer. There are times where they haven't received anything, and they'll let you know too, especially if you're a regular. By God, you ought to be a regular if you're there 2-3 times a week. But also look at other areas where you could buy your inventory. Especially with silver, with the run up, AppMex was doing some deals on not only their eBay store but also online. They had a 10-ounce bar like a few weeks back that they were giving away at like $3 above premium or something like above spot, which was, it only lasted for like 2 hours and that was it. But you recognize some of the other opportunities. You can even go onto coin dealers' websites. Like I like to cherry pick coins off of like Northeast Coin, East Coast Coin, a few of these, and oftentimes they'll have graded coins with a plain to see variety that they don't know about. You pick those up and you could sell it and make quite a bit of money off of that. So use your entire run of different resources of however which way you buy coins. Just take care of your business, all right? And again, put out more bulletins out there. I am buying your collection. Let me see what you got. Things like that. People don't do that enough. And when you're able to do that, you have a lot more inventory at your disposal. Okay, you can be a little bit choosy as well when you're able to get a whole collection in and say, hey, I want this, 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 and this, and this. All right, and then go about your business that way. All right, so the number, whatever number we're on, I think we're up to like 8 or so. A crucial mistake, and I know I'm kind of like sticking my foot in my mouth when I say this because I am one of these people. Listening and comparing yourself to media influencers. So not only myself, and I know we've gone this whole video talking about top 10 mistakes, and the one is you're listening to me, but my intentions are pure and true. If you want to be successful, all right, you have to stop believing what everybody else says, and you have to, again, take care of your business. How are you going to run the ship so that way you can make money? And that's really what it comes down to. All right. The American dream has always been to make money, right? And what a lot of influencers do is that they make you believe that you could go and find this particular modern grade of coin, grade it, and it'll net you tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, when it's simply not that easy. Things like that are not that easy. First of all, you need to send it to the graders because people will only pay that kind of money if it's in a graded slab. It authenticates it. But a lot of the mishmash that's out there by saying, "Oh yeah, find this error on a 2012 ATB quarter." I'm like, I don't know that. All right, that's dumb. Yeah, and it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It narrows the focus. Again, if you guys love spending time in an MRI tube, yeah, if you ever had that done, it's like that. You're being stuffed like a sausage. When you're trying to just target specific dates because Joe Schmo influencer tells you to. I talk about it all because at the end of the day, I talk about things that you could flip and make 15, 20 bucks a pop as opposed to 3,000. You still see that a lot. Find this penny and make $2,500. No, I like to focus on things that are attainable to each and every single one of you where you can make $10, $15, $20. Even a $5 bill is better than a sharp stick in the eye. So being able to kind of narrow your direction as far as what you want to do with this whole shtick, not narrowing the focus, all right, but narrowing who you trust and believe to help guide you is going to be important because the best kind of content creators are the one that's more educational. They tell you the things that you need to do. It's like they're leading you to water. You just have to decide to take a drink or not. All right, as opposed to saying, well, go ahead and mortgage your future, buy this coin, and be a millionaire. No, it doesn't work out that way. So we have 2 left, and that'll give us 11. So you guys are getting a little bit of a bonus ball in all this, but the next one we have is spending all your profits haphazardly. All right, and there's a couple different ways of spending your profits where it's good thing and it's a bad thing. So let's focus on the bad. All right, it's like, okay, wow, I pump the handles on the Morgan Dollar series. I'm selling the pre-orders on eBay, and I'm making about 4 times my money on each coin. I mean, that's a real thing right now, believe it or not. And then you go out and you buy that Coach purse, or you go out there and you buy video games, and all this other stuff, and clothes, and you just piss away all your profit, and and you forget some of the other things that are a little bit more important, because when you're able to make a good deal of profit and you want to treat this as kind of a business for yourself, you have to withhold fundage here in a business account or whatever it is, because that's going to allow you to do a few things. All right, number one, you have to pay your estimated tax, because more than likely you're going to be making over that $1,000 a year for taxes, and you need to withhold something to be able to pay that back. Because at the end of the year, when you're doing your taxes in February or January, you don't want to pay anything. That's important, especially if you want to take this seriously. Your bookkeeping skills are going to be high and tight, mama. So yeah, that is a big one right there. But when you're spending your money on things that don't directly affect your eBay store, your business, or your Facebook, it's tougher to gauge the profit. All right, and if you're doing that anyways, you're selling these coins, and you're making good money, and then you're taking that little cherry bomb of a profit bucket, and you're just spending it, more than likely you're not doing a bookkeeping. All right, but the big thing with the profit, if you want to be successful, and there's a few guys on our Coin Q&A group that actually, this is their credo. You reinvest in not only the inventory but also equipment. If you know your phone or your camera is taking crappy pictures, why don't you buy one and then write it off as an expense at the end of the year? Inventory, you're always buying inventory, and you're always pumping the jam, because you'd be surprised. $5,000 can possibly make you about $100,000 to $150,000 in 12 months by doing the right thing. Guess what I do for a living? Aside from the YouTube shtick. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And the e-commerce world that is eBay, Amazon, and all the other social media sites and shopping sites and buy, sell, trade groups under the sun has been extremely profitable. And it will be if you follow some of these kind of things. All right. But I did promise I'm going to give you guys a bonus ball. Okay. The 10th and final thing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, wait. This is number 10. You did not get a bonus ball, but this one is very important. You guys are bypassing the research process. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with reading a book once in a while. There's a lot of, I keep telling people, buy this damn book. Not for the prices, but for the other bits of information. All right? Shield nickels. This is a lot of fun. It's very underrated. So are the Liberty nickels. All right? Have you looked at the mintages of some of these coins? Bargain. All right? Get to know the mintages. Get to know the composition types. Right? That all makes the difference in the world. All right? And then you're going to branch out from this. You're going to learn attributing. Kappa's half-dollar Overtons. Sheldon, early American copper. Newcomb's early American copper. And there's a myriad of other different types of attributions and all that great stuff. And you won't know it unless you do the research in advance. And that is equally as important. But another part of the research part of it is not researching the coins that you want to sell. How is the most recent sales history of a lot of these coins? That'll help determine if whether or not that's going to be something good to invest in. And then when you're investing, you're also buying inventory. They kind of go hand in hand in the coin business. And you want to be able to really know what the market is speaking and what kind of energy it's projecting to you, so that way you can become very successful. All right? Yeah, you don't have to make $10,000 a month doing this. But how about you start out making a few $100s? Make $500. be reasonable with the amount of money that you plan to make, but make it fun. All right, and make it and make your brand better than anybody else on the internet. But that's what I want to talk about. Those are the top 10 most common mistakes by brand new startup coin and collectibles resellers make online. Would love to hear your thoughts. Are there any that I'm missing? I'm surely missing a few of them. But these are kind of like the most broad, most general, most impactful, different types of things to focus on when you're getting into the business of selling online, because it's not going to change. More people are going to be doing it. Have you noticed that a lot of companies, a lot of retailers are looking for hired help? Yeah, we could all blame, unemployment checks and things like that. But when people have identified that they can work from home on their time, they can punch their own time clocks whenever they want, and they're making way more money than that $15 an hour job, when they're making more money than the $20 an hour job. That's what everybody else is doing. And it's extremely, extremely burgeoning. It's successful and it's sexy as hell. And people want to keep doing it. There you go. And that's why I'm doing it. I've been doing it since 2018. And I'm having a world of fun. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining in on this video. Would love to hear your thoughts again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the dislike if you don't like anything or me at all. But most importantly, Coinaholics, we are selling together each and every single day. So I want to thank you guys again. Have a wonderful day. Best of luck in all of your e-commerce, and I'll see you next time. Take care.